If you are visiting our channel for the first time, please subscribe first to get the basic and advanced maths concepts. Hello everyone. Today I am going to tell you the trick that how you can solve the age related problems in the entry test questions or in different kinds of tests where you will be asked to find the age of one person in comparison to the other. So before understanding that, you need to keep few things in your mind. That is the few statements that you have to understand in order to solve such word problems. So present age of a person is X. Let's say is X. Now in relation to this X, if it is given in the question that n times, if the statement in the question is n times age, that is the n times of the present age, then it should be, the equation should be like nx. It means that the n times should be multiplied with the x or the present age or whatever the age is given. Then if the statement is like n years later or age after n years, then you have to write the equation like x plus n. It means n years later means n year after n years. So it means you have to add that n years in the current age. So the equation should be x plus n. Then if the equation, if it is written like, or somewhere it is also written as n years later or hence after, and the age number is hence after n, that also means that you have to add that n into the current age. Other than this is, if you will came across the statement as n years ago or n years before, then you have to form the equation as x minus n. You have to subtract the n from the current age. It means that you have to move back to the age if you came across the statements like this. Okay, so keep these statements in your mind. And the last one is, if you came across the ratios in a way, if ages are in the ratio, that is p ratio q, then you have to say that the current age is px of p and qx of q. So these are the current ages. You just need to put a variable that is unknown with those numbers. That is, for example, if it is written 3 ratio 5, then you will consider it as 3x ratio 5x, and these are the current ages. So these are the things that you have to keep in your mind before solving the word problems related to the age. So by keeping these concepts in mind, let's start solving the few word problems, and you will see that how quickly you can find that you can solve those problems without any difficulty. So let's start with the examples. So this is an example one. What is this? In which you will be asked, a man's age is 3 times his son. In 15 years, it will be double that of his son. Now, how old is son now? Now, how you can find the solution of such a problem quickly? The step one is divide the question into two parts, and keep this in mind that the number of equations will depend on the number of quantities in the given question. So here we have the two parts of the given question. Part 1 is this and part 2 is this. So we have to make two equations from these two parts. So if I write part 1 equation, part 1, what will be the equation of the part 1? Let's see. Part 1 is, a man's age is 3 times his son. Now before making the equation, you need to make some assumptions. That is, let's say, let man's age is denoted by, for your convenience, man's age is denoted by m and son's age is denoted by s. This is for your convenience. Now let's make the equations from the parts. Now part 1 is, a man's age is 3 times his son. This is the part 1. Now we have to write the equation as I have told you earlier, that 3 times of something, it means that you have to multiply by 3 with that variable. So man's age is represented by m, that is equals to, but it is written a man's age is 3 times. So I'll write 3 here. 3 times of what? 3 times of son. So I'll write S as I have written as son's age is S. Now this is the equation number 1. Now we have to write the equation of part 2. Part 2 is this. In 15 years it will be double that of his son. Now in 15 years means that in the coming 15 years. So in the coming 15 years you have to add the 15 into the ages of man and son. How? Like age of man in 15 years. I have to add 15 into the age of the man because we are saying in 15 years. I can't take on single m because single m is the present age. Okay. So we have to add 15 in it. So m plus 15, it will be double that of his son. For double I have to write 2 and that of his son's age is s, and in 15 years it will also be adding, we have to add 15 in the age of the son as well. So we came across the two equations. Now the simplest thing is you have to solve these two equations simultaneously. That is putting the value of one into the other. So our next step is put equation 1 in 2. So let's see how it will be like. So m plus 15 is equals to, equation was m plus 15 is equals to 2 into s plus 15. So I have to replace m with 3s. So I'll write 3s here plus 15 is equals to 2s plus 30. I'll multiply it. Then we will simplify it further as like terms will be on one side, 3s minus 2s, and then 30 minus 15. I have combined the like terms. So what we will get is s is equals to 30 minus 15 is 15 years. So the age of son came out is 15 years. This is how you can solve the word problems related to the age, where the age of one is given as compared to the other, and you will be asked to find the age of the age one of them as compared to the other. So this is one method how you can find the age of the by age from the word problems. Let's have one more example. When you will do multiple example, you will came to know that how easy it is. So this is another example where sum of ages of father and son is 64. After 4 years, the age of father will be 3 times that of his son. Age of father, what will be the age of father is asked here. So our step 1 is to divide the question into two parts. So our part 1 is this and part 2 is this. So this is part 1 and this is part 2. These are the two parts of the example. And second method is, the second step is you have to make the supposition as, let age of father is x. You can take any variable and the age of son goes to y. Now we have to make the equations in the next step. So the next step is make equation. First of all, we have part 1. What will be the equation of part 1? So according to the part 1, sum of ages of father and son is 64. It means we have to add the age of son and father as the age of father is x and the age of son is y, and it is equals to 64. So this is an equation number 1. Then we have to make the equation of part 2. What is part 2? Part 2 is after 4 years, the age of father will be 3 times that of his son. Now after 4 years means you have to add 4 years into the age of the father as well as son, because we are talking about after 4 years. So after 4 years, both of them will have the different age. So after 4 years, they said the age of father. Age of father is x, and after 4 years it will become x plus 4. Will be means it will be equals to 3 times that of his son. So 3 times that of his son. Son's age is y, and we have to add 4 into the son's age as well, because after we are talking about after 4 years. So both the ages of both the persons will be changed. So it will also be y plus 4. This is equation number 2. So this is what the actual thing you have to do in order to solve this question. Now your next step is just to solve them simultaneously. by just putting the value from by taking the value from one equation and putting it into the other. So how we can solve x plus y is equals to 64? So I can write from equation 1 x plus y equals to 64, and we can find the value of x from here as 64 minus y. This becomes equation number 3. So you have to put the value of x from 3 into the equation number 2 for the x. So we have to write other than x as 64 minus y in equation 2. So I'll write 64 minus y plus 4 equals to 3 into y plus 4. Now we will solve it as 64 plus 4 is 68 minus y equals to 3y plus 12. Now combining the like terms, we will get 3y minus y equals to 68 minus 12, and what we will get 2y equals to 56 and y equals to 28. So it will be further simplified as 3y plus y equals to 68 minus 12, 4y equals to 56 and y is equals to 14. So y is equals to 14. What does it mean? Y equals to 14 years. What is y? Y is the age of sun. But what is required in the question? In the question, the required is the age of father. So if age of father can be found by putting back the value of y in any of the given equation, that from where we can easily get x. So we will put the value in equation 1 to get the value of y as equation 1 right here as equation 1 is or in equation 3 we can put the value. Equation 3 is x is equals to 64 minus y. So x equals to 64 minus 14, that is equals to 50. So the age of father is 50 years. So this is how you can find the age related problems by just following the few steps and repeating the just solve multiple questions so that you can have hand on it. Let's have one more example. So this question is a little bit different from the previous ones because we came across the ratio of the ages in the given question. So here we have to see the first part first. What is the present age of Sameer and Anand are in the ratio of 5:4. This is the first part of this question and this is the second part. From these two parts we have to solve the given question. Now I have already told you that whenever you came across the ages as 5:4 or 6:4, then the present of age of the given present age becomes 5x or 4x. 4x. So this is the rule. So I'll write as the present age of Sameer is equals to 5x, because in the ratio we have 5:4 and the Sameer ratio Anand, then it means 5:4, then the ratio of Sameer is 5 and Anand is 4. So I'll write the present age of Anand is equals to 4x as we have derived it from 5:4. Okay, so this is the part 1 of the question. Then we have to write this part 2 of the question, that is 3 years hence the ratio of their ages becomes 11:9. Now 3 years hence means after. So after 3 years their ratio of their ages becomes this. So it means before 3 years it was 5x 4x and after 3 years it becomes 11 and 9. So the equation can be written as 3 years after. So we have to add 3 in the ages of Sameer and Anand. So their ratio was 5x divided by 4x and we have to add 3, that is as written in the question. 3 years after, their ratio of their ages become 11:9, becomes equals to 11/9. So this is the second part of the given question. So let's solve by using these two further, as we have just need to simplify it as 9 into cross multiply it 5x plus 3 equals to 11 into 4x plus 3. So 45x plus 27 equals to 44x plus 33. Now combine the like terms. So 45x minus 44x, that is equals to 33 minus 27. So it means x is equals to 6. So x is 6. Now by taking this x, we can find the present ages of Sameer and Anand. So I can say that present age of Sameer is equals to, as we have already the ages in the form of ratios and we don't have the exact age. So we can find the exact age by putting this value of x here and here. So for Sameer it is 5x. So 5x is 5 into 6, that is equals to 30 years. And the present age of Anand that is required required in the question of Anand is equals to 4x, that is 4 into 6 is equals to 24 years. So we have got the ages of Anand and Sameer. So this is how you can solve the word problems related to the ages by using simple steps and the tricks. Let's have the last one example. Hope so these help you a lot. The father is 15 times older than his son. This is the part 1 of the question. That is, one equation will be from this part. And the other is this. However, 18 years later, he will be only thrice old as the son. This is the second part of the question. So from these parts, first we have to assume the age of the father and the son. So let age of father is equals to x and the age of son is equals to y. Now we have to make the equation. So part 1 equation is, the equation is father is 15 times older than his son. This is the part 1. So it means age of father, that is x, is 15 times of the age of son. So this is the equation number 1. So next part is part 2, that is, however, 18 years later, it means after 18 years. So first thing you have to do is add 18 on both sides. X plus 18 equals to y plus 18. It means after 18 years, the father will be only thrice old as his son. It means age of father will be 3 times of the son. If you add 18 on in the age of father, then you have to add 18 into the age of the son as well. So if you are adding age as after 18 years, both will get the addition of 18 years. So keep this in mind that 18 will be added on the ages of the son as well as the father. So this is the equation number 2. So we have got the two equations and solve them simultaneously. As put the value of x from 1 in this equation, we will get 15y plus 18, as x is 15y in the equation 1, equals to 3y plus 54. So combine the like terms. 15y minus 3y equals to 54 minus 18. It will be as 12y equals to 36 and y is equals to 3. It means the age of a son is 3 years. Now what will be the age of the father? You have to put this value of y where? In this value to get the value of x. So put it here. What will get x? So x is equals to 15y. 15 multiplied by 3 equals to 45 years. So the age of the father is 45 years. So that's all from today's lecture. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe our channel math.com for more updates. Thank you.